Adrian Scott.
Well, greetings and shalom. I'm Adrian Scott, and this is Truth and Testimony, the broadcast. Just an update I wanted to do here. Finished recently a trip with my best friend and my co-host and partner in crime, as it were sometimes, Brother Ray there, Trucker Ray, visiting us over here on Vancouver Island. And that was a fantastic trip. It was very fun. It had... we really got to recharge the batteries a little bit and just, fellowship, which is something I think both of us have talked about in separate videos at times, of the importance of good fellowship. And it's just, the online stuff is good. If you're looking at a channel like this and checking out this content, or you actually have a community that you're participating in, that's all fine and dandy. There's no problems with that. It's a good resource for certain. But there's just something extra special about that one-to-one, when you can actually lay your hands on someone, when you can shake hands, when you can hug, those things they have a lot of value. And, so we had that opportunity, Ray and I, and, just got to hang out. We did a couple of videos, but one of the things, and part of the reason why I wanted to make this update is, if anyone has followed Ray, I'm doing this from the standpoint of Truth and Testimony, the broadcast. I know he also does feature our content on his own channel, Life on the Road with Yeshua and Trucker Ray. But if anyone is more familiar with Truth and Testimony than the Life on the Road channel, they'll know, or they're more familiar with Life on the Road rather, they'll know that Ray has at times used drone footage, because he does have a drone that he uses. Really great quality camera stuff. And you just get some shots that you can't do any other way. Anyways, he recently upgraded his, and come to find out that I was the beneficiary of a true blessing and a real gift from him when he gave me his older drone, which is hardly old by any definition. It's only been used a few times, and so it's still in fantastic shape, and all the accessories with it. So that truly was a blessing to me. Something that I've always had some interest in doing, has been doing some nature footage and stuff. And I've even had ideas of doing some content on Truth and Testimony, the broadcast, where, I don't know, I might do it. I've been kind of trying to talk myself into it, but where I would take some of this nature footage, video or pictures or whatever it is, and put a nice music bed to it of some kind, and just put up, here's your scripture of the day, and have a passage or two, or a small section of the Bible, and just do that on a daily or weekly basis or something. And this really opens up some opportunities to get some great footage to do that. And again, that kind of ties into why I'm making this video a little bit, that I wanted to show off kind of my first attempt at getting some drone footage of my own, because I've never had the opportunity to get one of these for myself. So now I'm learning how to fly and play with the camera settings, and just exploring some of the options of this thing. Really is quite impressive how it works. I shouldn't say I've never used a drone before, because I have had a couple ones, but really they're more like the toy version. So, a total range of like 500 feet, and, you can go about 50 feet up in the air, and that's about it. To go to a drone now where you can go kilometers or miles away from you, and you can go way up there, to the point where you now have aircraft identification on this thing, and you have to make sure that you're flying in permissible flight zones and stuff like that, because you can actually interfere with commercial aircraft as well as other stuff. So yeah, it's quite the experience. It's going to be a bit of a learning experience. As far as the video front goes, I have my next few videos set. I needed to work on some stuff in my studio. I had to tweak my audio settings, and I got some new lights because I wanted to do more with my green screen. I think up to this point, the only time I've used my green screen at all was when I had my Israel videos from my trip to Israel, and I used the green screen effect to kind of overlay the image of me on top of the pictures and videos that I had from Israel. But I wanted to do more stuff with my green screen. There's so many options you can do with that too. Different backgrounds, you can do different effects. There's all kinds of things that you can do. And so I got some extra lights because I didn't have enough lights to light the green screen. If anyone knows much about this stuff, you really do have to have some particular lighting on the green screen and then separate lighting for yourself when you're on camera. And I just didn't have enough lighting to do both. I mean, this is, again, something that I've only come into recently working on this YouTube channel, and I have not had any of this equipment. So I've had to try to play a little bit of catch up and get some basic stuff to get me up and running. I think now I've got, more or less what I need to do simple stuff. I mean, it's not going to get real fancy, but it's there. So anyway, I have the extra lights and I wanted to do more with that, but I had to play with some new options for audio, some wireless microphones and a few things like that. So I have a few video ideas that I wanted to do, showcasing the green screen or making more use of that. Additionally, I have some more videos coming up that I have been outlining for my Hebrew Roots series. I think I finally came up with a decent idea for one for my Creation and Evolution series. But I'm going to continue also my Bible Break series on doing a reading of the book of Genesis. So all of that stuff is going to be coming up soon. I'm scheduled to do a pretty good chunk of recording over the next few days. Then I'll have to do the editing. This is another thing when you're working a full-time job, being a full-time parent in a full-time household, and then trying to find the time to do editing and all this stuff when you're a one-man show. I know Ray knows this effect because he has to do everything himself, and now he's doing it for 2 channels and a podcast. So yeah, I would hope that people appreciate the amount of work that goes into this stuff and trying to fit it into our schedules. We don't have the luxury of this being a full-time gig for us that I can just do 8 hours a day of recording and editing. Otherwise, I'd be pumping out material almost daily if I could do that. So in lieu of that, it's just going to kind of go as it is. Frankly, I mean, I took a little bit of downtime and really slowed down my output because I was closing in on burnout, and I needed to do some recovering, and I think I'm feeling a lot better about doing stuff now. And honestly, getting that drone and being able to introduce that new element and the lighting for the green screen has really kind of excited me and energized me to start doing stuff on a more consistent basis. So look forward to that coming out. In the meantime, I'm going to wrap that up here. Went on a little more long-winded than I want to, but I wanted to finish this video with a little sneak preview of some of what you may see with this drone, moving forward now. And the area that we live on, Vancouver Island, I've got family in different parts, and we live up in the Campbell River area, but it's a beautiful, beautiful area, super scenic. It is definitely a tourist destination. There's just all kinds of things you can do. It's one of those things about Canada, a lot of parts of Canada, particularly I would say the West Coast and British Columbia. It's a fantastic place where you can ski, swim, hike, all in one day almost, It's all right there, almost year round. So it's a great area, and it just offers a lot of fantastic scenery. So this is a little sneak preview of the city of Nanaimo. This is a big entry point to Vancouver Island, as it is an island. So you either need to kind of sail over here on a boat or fly in on an airplane. And Nanaimo is one of the major destinations for ferry traffic and boat traffic to get to the island. So it's really sort of most of the island is, it's a maritime vibe, So this is a little bit of footage of Nanaimo. This is near my family's place. And I hope you enjoy, but you can check out kind of the effect of what you can do with this drone and get a little bit of a sneak preview of what Nanaimo looks like. So until the next video, if you like what you're seeing here, we do ask you, hit like, share with others, and if you have not done so, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. One thing I've always meant to say about that is at least on YouTube, there's different levels of notifications. And I find by default, when you subscribe to a channel, it's going to put it onto a mode which is personalized notifications, which leaves it open for YouTube to suggest to you when the person uploads something and say, oh, hey, you may find this interesting. Sometimes the stuff that we do, being religiously based and talking about our faith and God and Yeshua, Jesus and all that stuff, is not the most popular and can be suppressed at times and just not get the same acknowledgement. So one effective way to combat that is when you do subscribe, whether it's to us or anyone else like that, when you're doing the notifications, you have an option to switch it to be notified for all. So all content that goes up, regardless of whether it meets the algorithms or not, you will be notified about. So that's one thing. If you're subscribing and you want to make sure you're getting everything, switch that notification to all rather than personalized. And I'll let you go there. Enjoy the footage. I'll put a little bit of music behind this. And yeah, I hope you enjoy, and we'll see you in the next video. Shalom and bye for now.